I'm going to move on to trade. The Trump administration wants talks with China before the trade war escalates. We have invited them to get back to the talks. Curtis Ellis is with us. He's a former advisor to the Trump campaign on trade and on jobs. We invited them back to the table. Did we blink?
No.
Okay, did they? Well, they haven't yet.
They haven't yet. Look, President Trump's critics all along have said he's got to negotiate this, so that's what we're doing. We're negotiating.
Well, do you think the Chinese will come back to the table, and do you think that they will blink and make any kind of concession?
They have every reason to do that. Their economy is slowing down.
But will they?
Will they? Well, my crystal ball, let me polish.
You don't think they will, do you?
I have my doubts. I certainly hope so. I certainly think they should. They have been violating all of the rules of the road, and President Trump has been very clear that we're not going to let them continue doing that any longer. And that's why he's put these tariffs on the table, and he's ready to put them in place.
So they're ready to go in place, these tariffs, on that stuff that comes here.
That's right.
Now, if they don't come up with some new negotiating point or a new negotiating position, those tariffs will be imposed, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will.
Is that what you're looking at?
Yes.
You think that's going to happen?
For 30 years, we talked, did nothing. And now President Trump has finally said and done what we should have been doing all along, which is if you don't live up to your end of the bargain, we're going to put in place the remedies that every agreement says can be and should be imposed.
Again, I'm going to go back to it. You do think that those tariffs will be imposed?
Yes, I do.
You do, because the Chinese will not blink.
I wouldn't say that. They may. They may find a way to actually do what they said they would do when they joined the World Trade Organization, which is move towards being a market economy. Right now, these are government-controlled enterprises that are dumping their goods in the American marketplace. Okay. That's not the way it's supposed to work.
I want to ask you about U.S. and Canada.
Yes.
We had this deal on dairy. Our stuff can go there. We have access there.
Right.
Is this a completely free dairy trade situation or what?
What is going on, what they're talking about, is increasing the amount of American dairy that can be sold in Canada. They are still managing the dairy market in Canada. They want to protect their dairy industry. They're dairy farmers in Quebec, as Mr. Trudeau is from Quebec, and that's always been a sensitive thing. Look, free trade, absolute free trade, is, let's use that popular word, lodestar. That's that is the star we guide by. But we never get there, right? I mean, when navigators navigate to the North Star, they're not really trying to get to the North Star. They're trying to get to Albany or someplace north, right?
But we don't have free trade in dairy. We've just got an increase in the amount of dairy stuff that we can send to Canada. That's the deal.
That's where we're going, yes.
Okay, and that's the best we can say at this point for that.
Maybe someday we'll get to the North Star. I don't know.
Okay, well, we shall see. Curtis Ellis, thanks very much for joining us. Come back again. I'm intrigued about China.